Hello students. Today I am going to start off with the chapter Plant Kingdom. The chapter 3 in your NCERT book. Here in this chapter we are going to discuss about what are the characteristics of plant kingdom, the classification of plant kingdom. We are going to see the thallophytes, bryophytes, pteridophytes and gymnosperm. Angiosperm has been excluded from the syllabus of this year. So, let's start. The plant or the plant kingdom comprises of the multicellular photosynthetic eukaryotic organisms with their relatives, with cell wall mainly cellulosic, having plastids, and they lack systems like muscular system, nervous system, excretory system, etc. Regarding their habitat, they are both found on land and in aquatic environment. Some have reverted back to the aquatic environment from the terrestrial habitat, like Azolla, Nilambo, Hydrilla and Vallisneria. They are multicellular photosynthetic organisms with, you can say, cellulosic cell wall, and most importantly, they have a central vacuole. The food reserve is in the form of starch. The plastids are omnipresent and they have the photosynthetic pigments. The plastids are in green algae, and that of in the embryophytes are in the form of chloroplast. But in case of brown algae and red algae, they are found as chromatophoric structures. Now, these chromatophoric structure or the plastids, they have specialized structure called thylakoids, which actually have the chlorophyll pigment. The thylakoids of the red algae are single lamellar. That of the brown algae are three lamellar structures. And in green algae, they are present in 2 to 20 lamellar structure. The photosynthetic pigments invariably includes chlorophyll, but green algae and embryophytes have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B as the chief pigments. The brown algae have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C, whereas the red algae have chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D, along with phycobilin, namely R-phycoerythrin and R-phycocyanin. They are the color imparting pigments to the red algae. The embryo stage is absent in algae. Eichler classified the plant kingdom into two main groups: the cryptogams, which are seedless, flowerless plants, and the phanerogams, which are seeded and have flower. Again, on the body differentiation, the cryptogams are classified into thallophyta, bryophyta and pteridophyta. The phanerogams, on their ability to produce either seeds enclosed in fruits or naked seeds, are classified into gymnosperms and angiosperms. As you all know, gymnosperms bear naked seed without the outer fruit covering. But angiosperms, they have the seed enclosed in fruit. Now, let us see thallophytes in detail. Algae mainly include non-vascular photosynthetic organisms. They are mainly aquatic in habitat which form accessory spore for asexual reproduction and unicellular or multicellular non-jacketed sex organ for sexual reproduction, and in which the embryonic stage is absent in their life history. The algae can be found in variety of habitats. They can be hydrophytes found in water. They can be mesophytes found in moderate temperature. They can be epiphytes growing on the plant body. They can be lithophytes growing on rocks. They can be halophytes growing in very high salt concentration. They can be normal aquatic in fresh water or marine water. Or they can be benthophytes which remain at the bottom of the sea. Their body is mainly haploid vegetative body, or that is known as haploid gametophyte. They may be unicellular. The unicellular organisms may be flagellated as in case of Chlamydomonas or non-flagellated as in case of Chlorella. They can form multicellular structures in the form of coenobium, that is colony with fixed number of cells and having division of labor. They can form aggregates with indefinite number of cells. They may be filamentous in nature, branched or unbranched. They may be parenchymatous, or they may be branched in as in case of higher plants. They are again divided into chlorophyceae, phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae. Now, let us see these in detail. Let us see the types of thallophytes or algae. The first one is chlorophyceae. The chlorophyceae are also called green algae. They are the eukaryotic algae which resembles land plants in their photosynthetic pigments. The food reserve is starch and the chloroplast is a granule. They have pyrenoids for the storage of starch. They are mainly aquatic or semi-aquatic. They are unicellular, showing either aggregates or coenobium. The cell wall is made up of cellulose in the inner layer and pectose in the outer layer. The pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Xanthophylls may be present. As I said, the starch is stored in special proteinaceous structure present in the chloroplast, having the enzyme starch synthetase. These structures are known as pyrenoid structures. They show either haplontic, diplontic or haplodiplontic life cycle. Example, Chlamydomonas, Chlorella, Chara, Acidobularia, etc. The next groups are the Phaeophyceae. They are also known as brown algae. They are the group of eukaryotic algae that have fucoxanthin and phycocolloids. They possess three thylakoid lamella structure with chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C. The laminarin and mannitol are the food reserves. They are mostly marine in habitat. Their body is differentiated into holdfast, frond and stipe. They are attached to the solid substratum with the help of holdfast. All members are multicellular. Their size are microscopic to few meters, as in case of kelps. They are phycocolloid-rich algae. This phycocolloid prevents them from dehydration during the low tides and in low temperature. The main phycocolloids are algin and fucoidin. As I said, their main pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C along with carotene and xanthophyll. Fucoxanthin gives them the characteristic brown color. Zygotic meiosis is absent. Example, ectocarpus, dictyota, laminaria, fucus, etc. The last group is of rhodophyceae or red algae. They are the eukaryotic algae containing phycobilin, possessing single thylakoid lamellar structure. The food reserve is in the form of floridin starch. They have abundant of phycocolloids. They are mainly multicellular and small sized. Their cell wall is made up of cellulose and pectose. The major phycocolloids are the alginates, agar and carrageenan. The agar, which is very popularly used as a nutritive medium for growth of microorganisms in the laboratory, is obtained from Gelidium and Gracilaria. The red color of the red algae is due to the R-phycoerythrin. The main pigments are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D. Example, Polysiphonia, Gelidium, Gracilaria.